Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and the honorable member with Yastuti. And we are from Group 2, and we would like to present about Habermas Tought and its implementation. But before we move on to the topic, we would like to introduce ourselves first. The member of Group 2, there are me, myself, Desi Kusumaringrum, Arie Oktaviany, Kharisma Wahyu Azalia Syuanidha, Hikmah Nur Azizah, and also Isma'ati Anisa. In this presentation, we would like to talk about 4 contents. There are introduction, critic positivism, communicative action, and also public sphere. Here is our introduction. And from this introduction, we can conclude that critical theory produces 2 concepts of rationality. The first concept is related to the dominant form power, and the second is more towards liberating power. Dominant power is used to determine the relationship between human and the environment, while liberating power describes human actions and the validity criteria for their actions. Next is the history of public sphere. The public sphere began in 1670 when people in the English taverns and French salons talked about their anxiety. At that time, political power was the highest power in a country. Next is about the concept of public sphere. The public sphere is an area where public opinion can be formed. Here, the public sphere must be accessible to all citizens. Therefore, citizens are free to assemble and form public bodies. Next is about public sphere from the context of power and hegemony. Power works by leading to public acceptance of an idea, also called hegemony. And hegemony itself is the inability of people to believe what they believe because they are different from others. And we move on to the implementation of public sphere. We chose the topic about using radio as a media of public sphere in Indonesia. As we all know that technology has been improved very nicely and it created many new things, for instance, commercial radio. And according to Wahyudi and Surokim 2015, the local commercial radio designed as business media taken a role as a public media that actually became a main concern of public and community radio. This fact occurs in many cities of Indonesia. Many commercial radios develop their programs to support the public needs, in particular in public service. And the next materials will be delivered by my partners, Kharisma Wahyu.
All right, thank you, Desi, for the explanation about the public sphere. So I would like to explain about the critical positivism. Positivism is a philosophy which holds that any belief can be rationally justified, scientifically verified, or methodologically or mathematically, and this rejects metaphysics and theism. Next slide, please. In the critical positivism, positivism is rooted in empiricism. The philosophical principle of positivism was first developed by the empiricist Francis Bacon. The positivist thesis is that science is the only valid knowledge, and only facts can possibly be the object of knowledge. In its development, there are 3 positivisms, namely social positivism, evolutionary positivism, and critical positivism. Next slide, please. In the development of positivism, there are 3 stages of positivism development, including the first one. The main place in the first positivism is given to sociology, although attention is also given to the theory of knowledge, proposed by Comte and the logic proposed by Mill. And the second one is the emergence of the second stage in positivism, and career positivism dates back to the 1870 until 1890s, and it's associated with Marx and Averroes. Then the last is that 2 groups combine a number of schools, such as logical atomism, logical positivism, and semantics. The main topics of this third stage of positivism include language, symbolic logic, the structure of scientific investigation, and others. Next slide. We're also talking about the critical positivism implementation. In the positivism, such as the case where there is a theory that the earth is round or flat, this is still often discussed by people today. This issue had caused debate from parties who had not analyzed, and there was no concrete knowledge from a clear source. So what NASA did with satellite photos of the Earth circulating in the atmosphere was considered valid because the photos taken by satellite showed the Earth was curved, not round or flat. As people say, putting only from statements Earth was curved that are science or not scientifically. That's why positivism is often considered as a philosophy that stems from positive facts and something outside of facts. Next slide, please. In the communication action. So, what is communication actions? Communicative action is an internally conceptual form of social coordination in which actors mobilize the potential for rationality, given with ordinary language, and it tells of rationally motivated agreement. Then, the nature of human life according to Habermas. The first is the nature of the relationship between humans and nature which can be obtained with words. Then the terms of understanding in communication. The first one is the speech must be understood, and second one, the speech must be truth. The third, there is opportunity to say any argument, and the last must be serious, not deceive the listener. And the implementation of the communication actions is a speech act success in reaching understanding when the hearer takes up and affirmative positions toward the claim made by the speaker. In doing so, the hearer presumes that the claims in the speech act could be supported by good reason. When the offer made by the speaker fails to receive uptake, speaker and hearer may see reflexes level from ordinary speech to discourse process of argumentation and dialect in which the claims implicit in the speech act are tested for their rational justifiability as true, correct, or authentic. Thus, the rationality of communicative action is tied to the rationality of discourse. All right, this is the references that we use in our presentations. We think it's enough for today's presentations. Presumably, that's all of us. There is a mistake. We are so sorry. Thanks for your attention and see you.